Doctor. The next presenter is Dr. Sheikh Nadeem.
Good evening, respected guests and other delegates. I am Dr. Sheikh Nadeem, third year postgraduate training from Department of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology, NRS Medical College, Kolkata. Today I am here to present a case of death due to tandem injury, a rare event. So I would like to go with some news articles that have published the data of NCRB that have mentioned that on an average 30 to 34 people are dying every day due to electrocution in our country. And while making this presentation, I tried to find some data that have published how many people are surviving to electrocution in our country. But I hardly found one article that was reported in last 1 year, that only in Greater Noida. So as we know that electrocution is the death caused by electric current, and the cause of death is either paralysis of respiratory center or ventricular fibrillation, which is the most common cause. So going to the history of case was that 143-year male who was a truck driver by his profession. One day in the morning, he was uncovering the truck by climbing his rooftop. Here he was climbing and he was uncovering the truck. While uncovering, he touched the live electric wire and got electrocuted. After electrocution, he fell down, and while falling down, he got stuck with the decoration rod and got tandem injury. I have demonstrated on this photo what kind of decoration he had. This is not actual picture, this is just for demonstration. And while he got stuck on this, people tried to rescue him, but they were unable to bring him down. So when they were unable to bring him down, they cut the rod and brought him to the hospital thinking that he is spot dead. They brought him to hospital in this situation. So they brought in the metallic rod was installed when he was brought to the hospital. So when doctor examined him, but doctor found that he is alive and admitted him in the ICU for treatment. While he comes after 24 hours of treatment, and then he was brought to our mortuary for medical legal autopsy. And when we start the examination, the most surprising thing for us was this metallic body was still in stew after 24 hours of treatment in ICU. So although we noticed that yes, medical attention was given, but that was probably not enough to save his life. So I have zoomed it in so you can appreciate properly how this was lodged in the posterior thoracic wall even 24 hours of admission. On further examination, we noted that there are two entry wounds of electrocution on scalp, one on left frontal region and one on right parietal region. Exit wound of injuries were also noted on both feet. And on removal of that surgical dressing, we noted that there is evidence of burn also on both lower limbs. And this is how this metallic body was looking when we removed it from his body. Almost half of it was lodged in the body. And after removal of this metallic body, we noted that there is one stab injury, and after further examination of this stab injury, we noted there is laceration of underneath tissues, and there is also and it was ending in the thoracic cavity. On further dissection, we noted there is fracture of corresponding ribs, and there is also puncture wound of the corresponding lung. When we examined the brain and heart, we were expecting that there will be some pedicular hemorrhage either on brain or in heart or any of them, as that is the most common finding in electrocution. But surprisingly, there was no injury in brain or in heart. So going to the discussion, as per data, 59% of cases of electrocution cases are workplace accidents, followed by household accidents, that are 23%. And in our case, electrocution, in other electrocution, majority of victims are found spot dead or they are brought dead to the hospital. Despite presence of both entry and exit injuries, in our case, the subject survived more than 24 hours, but he comes to the tandem injury, unfortunately. Although surviving to electrocution is rare, but in this case, survival more than 24 hours suggests that the current has not passed through the brain and heart. Electrocution may have caused him loss of consciousness, that led him fall and caused him tandem injuries. That became the ultimate cause of death, unfortunately. So I would like to conclude, such kind of cases in our country are highlighting how much there is need of multi-specialty facilities in our health sector, and how much there is need of insulation or underground wiring in highly populated areas, especially in markets and roads. Moreover, we need to focus on the recommendation given by National Human Rights Commission, that is suggesting there should be some cashless treatment for drivers, and at least we should provide some helpline numbers for public, that so that they can call for emergencies. Here are some references. Thank you.
So what is the cause of death in this case?
Sir, cause of death is the stab injury, and that foreign object was in stew for more than 24 hours, and that was profusely bleeding, and when he came to us, the cause of death was hemorrhagic shock.
He was taken to the hospital within how many hours?
Sir, how many hours? I think within 30 or 40 minutes, because when he was...
If he is managed in the hospital, will it be hypovolemic shock? I mean, is that a probability?
Yes, sir.
Why do you substantiate it as a hypovolemic shock?
Sir, because when he came to us, all the organs were pale, even his lungs were also pale, and when we removed the organs from the thoracic cavity, there was almost 1.5 liter of blood in thoracic cavity.
Any other organs, vital organs, major organs, anything?
Kidneys were also pale, sir.
No, anything was injured.
Sir, lungs.
Traumatized.
Lungs. There was puncture.
So lung bleed is the major cause.
Yes, sir.
Any surgical intervention or anything was done from the hospital side?
Sir, they have applied just that dressing on lower limbs.
On your lower limbs?
On lower limbs, and one.
What about the one in the back?
Sir, that was they have not intervened, because when I took the history from family, they told that when we brought him to the hospital, our hospital management told that we don't have this cardiovascular surgeon available. We have to outsource him. That's why, in conclusion, I told this is highlighting that how much.
Have they taken a radiograph, any CT, anything to see that how much extent? I'm talking not about during the time of autopsy. Just prior to the autopsy, was there any?
No, sir. They have not given any history like that. They told we have admitted him, and he was. They were waiting for the outsourced cardiothoracic surgeon. Meanwhile, he's come.
He has survived for how many hours in the
Sir, around 24 hours.
24 hours.
Patient is on ventilator or what?
Sir, they didn't give any history of ventilation.
But it is quite unusual. At least X-ray should have.
So
been.
that's why I am saying that we need to highlight such cases, how much we are lacking in our health sector.
Okay, so is it a secondary level hospital or is it a private? I mean,
It's not a private nursing home.
private nursing. Okay. So, I mean, of course, it is open to the floor. Apart from autopsy, there should be some negligence part also. It is quite very unusual to have.
Yes, sir.
At least the investigation to be done in a basic X-ray is even helpful during an autopsy time.
Yes, sir.
Because that will show how far it has been penetrated and whether it has gone through and out. That's a perforation one, or whether it is taken. Of course, they may not have a specialized intervention into that, but to check for at least for the investigation. That was.
Yes, sir. I think probably when they have received the patient, people already told that, sir, he is dead. But doctor found that no, he is alive. So they tried to give the basic management just to save their reputation.
Electrocution cannot be a part of this since you have not got anything in the heart or the brain.
Yes, sir.
Only one.
But what is the current type? What is the vault?
Sir,
It's a heavy vault one which is going.
sir,
It should be. How come it is? He would have. That too, he has not actually touched the floor.
yes, sir. Sir, but he was touching the
Okay. The
on the
truck. Okay,
truck.
the truck. Okay. But with that that much voltage, it is.
Sir, that the
Okay, it is
voltage.
a highly unusual case. That is a.
Yes.
I do agree with it. It's one to be presented, and it's nice to be heard from the scientific faculty.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any questions on the floor, please? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.